In today's video, I'm answering more of your questions about the Google Pixel 9 Pro. Let's get right into it. Okay friends, first off, I want to thank you so much for sending in so many questions in my recent Google Pixel 9 Pro videos. I still get a lot of questions even though I've been posting them over the past few months, and I encourage you to continue to do that. I want to be as helpful as possible with these videos. That's the whole point of these videos, and so I will try to answer as quickly and as thoroughly as I possibly can in these types of videos or in real time whenever you're sending in like a simple question and I can like simply answer it in the comment section. So feel free to continue doing that. I have a total of 6 questions that I'll go through in today's video, and I'm gonna jump right into it. So the first question is, should you switch from a Samsung Galaxy phone or an iPhone to a Google Pixel device? Now, I say this all the time and it still stands here, but it really depends on what you're looking for in a phone. I think all 3 of these phones are really, really powerful, really strong, and really great in what they do, but it depends on what specifics are really valuable to you. So for me personally, I came from the Samsung Galaxy world and I thought it was a little bit clunky. I didn't like the way that it was performing. Mind you, this was a very, very long time ago. I've been using the Google Pixel devices since the very first one, so it's been a while. But those were the reasons why I wanted to switch over to something else, and I was looking for something that was much more clean, minimal, accessible, easy to use, nothing overcomplicated, things like that. And I thought the Google Pixel devices fit that aesthetic for me, not just with like the software, but also with the hardware and all of that. So that was the main reason for me. And another main reason is because I was keeping a close eye on the camera improvements with the Google Pixel devices, and they are one of the top, if not the top, mobile devices to use for the camera. So those were the main reasons for me, and that's why I personally switched over, but it really depends on what you're looking for. I would try to go to each of their websites, the Samsung, Apple, and the Google Pixel store websites, and compare the specs on the things that you're most interested in. So for me, like, I would compare the cameras between all 3 of them, or I would look at YouTube videos and compare the 3 of them and see which one is most valuable to you. I will also say I've heard a lot of people switch over from Samsung to Google Pixel devices because the Samsung devices are a bit too complex, too clunky, the performance is laggy, things like that. And so switching over to Pixel was like a much needed refreshed outlook on Android, so that could be a perspective for you. Some people have moved over from iPhones to Google Pixel devices because they were sick and tired of the redundancy with iPhones and they wanted something new, and they thought that the Pixel devices were a perfect way to easily transition into the Android world, because some Android phones can get really complex. So there are so many reasons, but think about what's most important to you and then go from there. Question number 2 is, should you upgrade from the Google Pixel 8 or 8 Pro to the Google Pixel 9 or 9 Pro? Again, this depends on what is most important to you. I would say the most significant change here is with the hardware, and there is a significant change here. The 9 series feels a lot more premium. It feels like it has more weight to it. It feels really good in your hands. It looks really sleek. It reminds me of an iPhone in some senses, and I know a lot of people disagree with me there, but it reminds me of an iPhone in some cases. It's like the Google Pixel iPhone in terms of how it looks. But I really like it now. I used to dislike it. I didn't like that they were going in a direction that was too similar to the iPhone, but I do like it. I'm now used to the weight of it and it feels good. So if that's something that's important to you, the aesthetics are important to you, there's that. And there are some slight software changes as well, like the processor is a little bit faster, the camera is a little bit better. There are some exclusive camera features like tools that are exclusive to the 9 series that you won't get in the 8 series. So things like that, again, go onto the website. You can actually go onto the Google Store website and you can do a side-by-side comparison. They allow you to like toggle and do that on the website. So do that, and if you see anything that is like piques your interest, then you know that you should probably upgrade. And I will just say, I personally think the trade-in options are fantastic. I get hundreds and hundreds of dollars back every single time I do a trade-in, so I personally recommend that. You don't have to agree with me. Okay, next question. Where do you get your wallpapers? So all of my wallpapers are just photos that I have personally taken. I know a lot of people have been asking me to share them, and I'm trying to find a way to do that, so stay tuned. But yeah, they are simply pictures that I've taken, not just on the Google Pixel 9 Pro, they're pictures that I have taken with previous Google Pixel devices, and they still look fantastic as I transfer them over from phone to phone. Okay, and that segues into the next question, which is, can you use the camera on the Google Pixel 9 Pro or the 9 series for YouTube videos? So I'll tell you right now, just about 95% of all my new videos are being filmed on the Google Pixel 9 Pro. The video that you are looking at right now is being filmed on the Google Pixel 9 Pro. It is an incredible tool to use if you are getting into YouTube and you don't want to take out tons and tons of money to buy a separate camera. I don't think you need to. I think anyone can start a YouTube channel using their phone, and a big benefit of me investing in the phones year over year is that I can tell myself that I am using this as a two-in-one. I'm using this as my daily phone, but I'm also using this as my YouTube camera. And I think that that's like, maybe that's girl math, or maybe that's just actually, you know, cost effective. I don't know, but for me, I think it makes sense and it works. And I've noticed that a lot of people don't realize that I'm using my phone to film my vlogs and my videos all over YouTube and also on all my other social media platforms. So just a heads up, if you want to see examples of that, it's on my Instagram, it's on my TikTok, all of that stuff. Okay, next question. What's the Android 15 performance like? So this update rolled out very recently, maybe like a month or so ago, maybe a little bit longer actually. I'm gonna be so real with you. I don't even notice a single difference. I don't notice a thing. I know it took forever to install, but I really don't notice any difference between before and after Android 15, which, I don't know, that's not great. Okay, and then the last question is, if I could say one negative thing about the Google Pixel 9 Pro, what would it be? And I love this question. I think it's a really fantastic question. The only thing that I can think of right now, and this goes across the board for so many smartphones these days, I think it's kind of wild that year over year we get a brand new phone release and there are not significant changes or significant changes that are worth the value of upgrading or purchasing a new phone. And yet we're still getting new phones. Does that make sense? It's like, I did it, I upgraded, I got the new phone because there were certain reasons that were valuable to me, but the phones are not drastically changing year over year to a point where it feels like it makes sense to even have a new drop every single year. And so that's probably the biggest con that I have, or that's the one negative thing that I can say. Now, with that being said, in the beginning of this video, I said there was like a major change in the hardware and how the phone looks, its design, how it feels. And yeah, that's drastic, but still there are so many things that are very similar to the Google Pixel 8 Pro. And if I didn't get the Google Pixel 9 Pro, I don't think that I would be like struggling whatsoever. I could have definitely stuck with the Google Pixel 8 Pro, to be completely honest. I will also say, this is more than one negative thing, but I'll also say, and I'll get more into this when I do a pros and cons video, I haven't been using the screenshots app thing that they created, and I really thought that I would, but I'm really not. I haven't even used it once. But that is all for today's video. Once again, thank you so much for these questions. Fantastic questions. Feel free to leave more questions down below. And I am constantly, you know, monitoring that. So yeah, feel free to do that. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all of your support on my recent Google Pixel videos. We are just about at 4,000 subscribers, and I just want to say a preemptive thank you. That means so much to me, honestly. So yeah, thank you, and I will talk to you in next week's video.